Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today it is a road to nationals, but I have a rest day, so there isn't gonna be any training. So I just thought I would do a nadir nut on myself. Well, I would go search that and see what you guys think or what the internet thinks about me, because I know there's some Reddits about me being nadir nut. I've seen some of them. I don't know if I've seen all of them or seen everything there is, but it should definitely be interesting to see what the internet says about me. So if we go search Benjamin McIntyre here, that's me. Natty. So first of all, we have some videos, and there's me, my YouTube channel. Some pictures of me here. There's a Reddit site. There's also a Reddit site. And it's the same one. A Reddit site here. So yeah, that's definitely some things here to look for. Okay. What else? There's also this guy. If you haven't seen that, around a year ago, he did a nadir nut on me and said I was on juice, and he was like an old weird guy. What's this? That's me. That's my Instagram. Okay. We can start out by watching this Reddit here. Okay, here it is. So many people believe him to be natural, it's ridiculous. Okay. The kid made more progress than Lil Reels on steroids. First of all, not at all. Like, no, I did not. So yeah. If someone makes a ton of progress and puts in suspicious amounts of mass, it's probably not natty. Well, I did make a ton of progress, that's true. It's probably not natty. Yeah, I guess that's a fair argument. If I just progress a lot, therefore there's a high chance I'm on gear, but there's so many things to counter say it, so meh. Want to see some like better arguments than just he makes a lot of gains. When his vids started popping to me, it looked natty, but following his progression and how he claims natty in every damn vid, I don't think so. Genetics do also have a limit. How many 16-year-olds do you know that look like that natty within just 1 year of training? Kids deadlift blowed up 100 kg in 10 months. I'm sorry, but no amount of genetics justify that. My genetics doesn't justify me adding 100 kg to my deadlift in 10 months. I guess it's a fair argument that it will not for like most people, or like almost everybody, but it was also not really a true max effort. It was just the max that I did, not the max that I could maybe. And it's not like 1 year ago I did 100 kg less than I do now. Like I did 275 a half a year ago, and right now I am hoping to do 285. Like, it doesn't really seem too suspicious to me. Just really good. Doesn't really seem suspicious. I think people often get that wrong when they think that, they look at the progress in a weird way. So they see one lift one day and then another lift the next day and assume they were both the same setup, same everything, and both max effort, and therefore I've progressed this much exactly. I have not. Like, it doesn't work like that. Also here the last 8 weeks I've been doing a peak. So I went from 142.5 kg bench press to 160 kg bench press. No, I didn't. I just like loaded the bar with that much weight and did a linear progression. I didn't actually put on 20 kg to my bench press in 8 weeks. And that's where I think most people here are getting it wrong. They can't really see the long-term progress in it. They just see short things. There's some guys talking about my overhead press, how it blew up like crazy, like 5 kg a week. Well, look at it in the long picture. Over 2 years, it went from like 50 times 8 to 80 times 5 in 2 years. That's pretty good, but it isn't like mind-blowing insane. So I think if you look at all of it in the great scheme of things, in the long term, it is just really good, not really sus in that way. There isn't like any jumps in progress or anything. Only in the start where I just made the newbie gains and exploded, and then it just slowly took over and like, yeah, it's normal progression with just a really, really high start point, I guess. I understand people are suspicious, but there's also a difference between being suspicious and calling someone stupid for believing that I'm not on gear. Like, I don't need people to trust me. Why do they care? They can just not care. This one, I'm not sure I've seen actually. Benjamin McIntyre claims Natty. Also, guys, this video will probably take me a while to edit, but if you enjoy it, then please tell me in the comments. I can do more of these videos where it's just me talking and watching something or doing something. And I don't think this video works, so we're gonna find something new. That's a fair argument. Is it possible? Yes. Is it like likely? No. I would also be a little suspicious about myself, but if I was like didn't know myself, but there's a difference between just like being a little suspicious and not really making more of it than to like go out and call people stupid and stuff. I don't really care if people just are like, he might be, he might not be, it doesn't really matter. But when people go out and like literally hate on me and other people because of, yeah, me not being on gear, like that's kind of not my thing. I don't really agree with that. We're coming up to the end of the video. I thought I would do the last showcase here with this guy because he seemed like so humble and like, I just wanted to show this video. I don't really know this guy. He's called Davis or something, but yeah, this was just a humble video. He seems a bit like PewDiePie or something. Like he works out, but he isn't like into fitness and training the same way. He just like follows along, and it's not like, for me, it's just, this is all I do, literally. People ask me what I'm doing, then I'm saying I'm training and then with my girlfriend and making YouTube videos, and like that's my life. That's all I do. This is what I spend every hour in my day on. This is like what I want to do. This is my life. But this guy, this is not his life. He's just also randomly interested in training a little and does that for fun on the side, I believe. And he's so casual and seems so humble about it. But he knows like he's not stupid or anything. He's been training for years. So training for bodybuilding / powerlifting, yes, there is a big difference, but when you're natural as I am, the difference gets smaller, I believe. Like the gap between if you focus 100% on one thing and the other thing, it isn't really like that big. It's just, there is a difference, and training specifically for the one thing, like it makes a big difference. It's king. It's crazy how like delusional I get about these things, because I consider myself pretty small still. Like I'm kind of big, but I don't think myself of like not even near being like too big. I know that I'm like bigger than most people and like compared to the average guy, but I don't compare myself to the average guy. I compare myself to Sebum and Larry Reels. So I don't really consider myself that big. It's just crazy hearing a outside opinion on it sometimes. You will lose like track of progress, or like can't see what's impressive and what's not, because you always compare yourself to like crazy things. Well, yeah, I agree 100% with that I am very interested in training, not only physically but also everything about like how to train for the best performance possible. But really, I could also just don't care because I have a really good coach that knows all that stuff and really knows his stuff with that. So I just let my training to him, and then I try to learn as much as I can also. And I'm also starting to coach some of the guys from Ray Connolly now, because I want to do that in the future. I'm not offering coaching right now. I'm really a grinder when it comes to some things. Like, if I decide to do one thing, I just go ahead and do it until it's done. Like, I'm really good at grinding one thing, and this is the same been doing with training here. The last 2 years, I've just been 100% focused on training and literally spending every single hour like that I can on this. I want to do it. Like, there's no like I would rather go party or I don't know, man. No, I don't even have doubts. I'm 100% certain where I want to do and how I'm gonna do it and everything. Like, that's not an issue for me. If I want to do it, and also motivation doesn't really matter to me. I don't have to be motivated to train because I'm gonna train. Like, it's more discipline, I guess, or long term motivation. It isn't like the same motivation as most guys describe it, I think. For me, it's just I wake up and of course I'm gonna train. Like, of course I'm gonna go hit this PR and do this and do what my coach says. It's not even something I consider not doing or if I want to do or something. It's just how I work as a person. I'm ready to grind every single day, all the time, and that's also one of the things that matches up with my genetics. Luckily, that my mentally, I'm also matching this my genetics. Always ready to grind. It's almost my coach is always the one holding me back instead of me. Like, I always want to push more and do more, and then the guys are like, no, you gotta rest, you gotta do this. I'm always ready to do everything that I need to do, and it's just always been like that for me. Whenever I do something, I freaking do it, man. So I think I'll wrap the video up here. I've recorded for like 30 minutes, so I got a lot of editing to do. So nice for me. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this type of video, then please tell me in the comments.